Oh, baby.
Let's go.
Oh, it feels so good.
Let's go.
The water's warm, everybody. Jump on in.
Go.
Is this safe? Let's go for a swim. Oh, baby. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Winner's Lounge.
Let's go.
Presented by Bet365. How do we do in our bets tonight?
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, we're with the Winner's Lounge. We're also in the Toyota Winner's Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Hop in the Toyota chat. Be kind to each other. Let's get the vibes up. This was a vibey win in many ways.
Yeah.
In many ways, man. The defense showed up tonight at Ball Arena. Some extra preparation seemed to have had the Nuggets ready for this one as they get a blowout win over the red-hot Boston Celtics. Harrison Wind was kind enough to join us.
Man, it's always great beating a potential finals opponent in a regular season game like we talked about in the pregame show.
You laughed at this. It's possible.
I am saying that with a little. I'm being a little facetious, but
Easy for
Boston's
you to say.
been a really good team. They've won 5 in a row. This is a great win, any way you cut it. A much-needed win and a great win.
It is a great win, man. We're going to take every win we can get right now. We got Superstar Dev here.
I cannot believe how much we all needed this win. We needed to see them bounce back, and I hope that they're here to stay.
I hope so too, man. It really was an impressive one. A Munder. When was the last time Munder was on the menu, Kale? Been a minute. The Nuggets get a Munder, 103-84. Let's go to a fast breakdown to relive all the glory. I didn't take very many notes tonight. To be honest, it wasn't like there wasn't a lot of points. It was kind of a dogfight. So there's not like that many like huge swings, but I'll start us off.
Nuggets have not had a Munder since January 22nd versus the Wizards.
So over a month.
Yeah.
Over on the Wizards and the Celtics. That's hilarious. To start the game, Jokic was taking threes. That was the first note of the game. Kind of a note.
Yeah.
The Celtics force you into a lot of threes. They really packed the paint. Jokic had 4 in like the first 2 minutes of this game. He was going to get his 3-shot up tonight. Nuggets were struggling to score and taking just a lot of threes as a team. They ended up taking a record 29 in the first half. What did they end taking? Did they take fewer? Only 43.
Yeah, they cooled off.
That's crazy.
From their attempts.
Yeah, that's crazy that it swung that wildly. Peyton Pritchard got 2 fouls early. Kind of a storyline, to be honest. They needed scoring, and he was in foul trouble most of the night. 24-21 Celtics after 1. Second quarter, Murray not on the court, questionable with illness. He ultimately did not return. He was out this game with an illness. Cam Johnson, I thought, did a lot of like hustle stuff tonight. Yep. He was grabbing boards in that second quarter, if you remember, and hit a big 3 at a moment when it just felt like Denver, every basket felt so big because it was such a defensive slog, but he had some big-time offensive rebounds and a 3. Spencer Jones had 3 fouls pretty quickly. If you remember, like 3 minutes, he gets 3 fouls. Mm-hmm. Then David Adelman, the mad scientist, goes to Jokic and Zeke Nnaji. And he did it because he wanted Jokic to not be involved in the pick and roll.
Right.
But they had a big on the floor in Vucevic who was setting the screen, so you needed a big who can switch. So they go with Zeke Nnaji, and he actually played really well in that second quarter.
He did.
Made a bunch of big-time plays. 48-47 Celtics. Yes, defensive struggle. Third quarter, Celtics got in the bonus with 8 minutes. In a game where neither team could score, being in the bonus was huge. Jokic was still taking a lot of threes and kind of started slow, but in the third quarter, he got it going. Had 15 points in that third quarter. Really got rolling. But what separated this game and where it was won was in the final 2 minutes of the third quarter. An 11-0 run to close, capped by a Nikola Jokic 3 and a KJ Simpson dunk. 77-67 Nuggets. It was huge. You felt like now if you just start the fourth quarter well, you could put this game away. And that's exactly what happened. That defensive unit, that second unit went out there and got some stops. It was only a 4-0 run, but it forced Joey Maz to take a couple of quick timeouts.
He loves doing that.
And Denver, up by 14 points, was able to, didn't really do anything spectacular, but their defense was there, and Boston started missing shots. They never got back into this game. In fact, Jokic subbed into the game with 6 minutes to go, And right at that same time, Boston subbed out Jaylen Brown and Derek White. They kind of threw in the towel. So Denver really only had one big run. It was the end of the third quarter, but that was all it took to get the win tonight. Let's go to our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways. Superstar Dev, start us off.
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway in this one is I do find it fascinating that when the Nuggets are missing as many players as they are, or if there's a guy that goes down, like say, for instance, Jamal Murray went down in this game, that's when they finally lock in. That's when they finally are like keyed in on what they need because they know that they have to do the extra things for them to pull off the win. All season long, we've been asking for them to be defensive, like to play good defense, to key in on guys and try to slow them down. And it takes them being down so many guys for them to play with that effort. We have not seen a Munder in a very long time. We don't have many on the year, but they pull it against Boston, who's been one of the hottest teams in the NBA. I really do think that there's something to pull there on just when their backs are against the wall. That's when they're at their best. I hate that that's what they are, but that's who they are.
It is kind of true, though, man. And I actually want to pull on that thread tonight about Murray's absence, and maybe there was something we learned about the Nuggets tonight in it. So I think it's a good Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. What do you got, Wind?
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is about a guy who came off the bench and only shot 1 of 8 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3. But it's about Bruce Brown because we have been clamoring. We have been talking nonstop about, can the Nuggets play physical defense?
Yeah.
Who is going to bring it defensively? Who's going to get up in somebody's face? Who is going to bring that edge to that end of the floor? And I thought Bruce Brown played an awesome game defensively today.
Yep.
He also had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals in this one. He was all up into Derek White. Derek White didn't do much in the second half. Barely heard his name called. Didn't really hear from him much. He was up into Peyton Pritchard. I thought his on-ball defense, getting around screens, was elite. And in a game where, the Nuggets played by the numbers some of their best defense of the season.
Yes.
Some awful shooting from the Celtics helped with that. But I thought Bruce Brown set the tone defensively. And then he starts the second half for Jamal Murray. And, Denver holds Boston to 19 in the third, 17 in the fourth. But just from a physicality standpoint, Bruce brought it. He absolutely brought it. He's a guy who answered, the call of David Adelman, the call of a lot of Nuggets players to play more physical. And I hope, that can start to just change the mindset and the tone of this team on that end of the court.
Where's he from?
Boston.
Oh, he had this one ready. To be honest with you, the Nuggets, the last month has been a bit of, we haven't been the happiest. Bruce, I think, has been good for a month.
Yeah.
And, really good, to be honest with you. There was a point in time where we had him kind of on the bubble of whether he plays. Right now, he's an essential piece because of what you're talking about. He's one of the few guys that gets physical and gets intense and does not take possessions off defensively and just makes things happen. And now his offense is looking better. His athleticism looks back. So,
yeah.
Bruce, to me, it's been a month. We haven't celebrated the wins of the last month because they keep coming in actual losses, but Bruce is a big win of the last month. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. The Nuggets have had, I keep talking about the schedule a lot this year. They've had a tough schedule. One of the things that's meaningful about this game to me is that they had 2 days off and 1 practice to prepare for it, and they came out and had their best defensive effort of the season. And I don't think that's a complete coincidence. I always try to figure out why are the Nuggets good in the clutch defensively, historically, although not so much this year. Did I just break this chair?
I don't know.
I might have. Because the Nuggets are not this year, but they've been good when it matters. And in the playoffs, their defense goes up another level.
Yeah.
I think Denver's defense is largely predicated on being prepared for their opponents. And tonight they had a practice. And yesterday David Adelman was talking about practice and about how they were preparing for the Celtics. It looked like it, man. This looked like a team that knew what they wanted to come out and do, especially on the defensive end tonight. They also had a lot of urgency, but the Nuggets schedule does slow down eventually. It really does. I know that they have a really tough 2 weeks in a row coming up, beginning tonight, and for the next 2 weeks, it's really tough. But after that, it slows down. And it just gives me hope that this team, with a little bit of practice time and being in one city for more than one night, is going to have them playing much more like they did tonight. They look very fresh on the defensive end. They looked locked into their assignments, and they made multiple efforts. It's just good to see they're capable of that.
It was great to see it, man. I mean, it's an interesting point about having a practice to prepare for this game. NBA teams never practice. It's like so funny. This professional basketball league, the top competition, the best athletes in the world, they never practice. During a season, you just don't really practice. You have like 10 practices, 12 practices. But Nuggets did get a practice in before this game. And I agree. They looked focused defensively. There weren't as many, just personnel screw-ups as there usually are. There were still some of them, and the Nuggets did get lucky on the Celtics just missing some open threes. But hey, that happens. So I do think there might be something to that. And if you think about what the Nuggets level of prepared this could look like in the playoffs, you get practices a lot of times, ahead of playoff games, or at least you spend way more time on the game plan than you do in just the regular season environment. So that does give me, a little hope.
I actually think there's something to it. David Adelman just did a podcast with my guy Eden from out. He's actually Bosnian, but does stuff out in Serbia for the play-by-play and stuff. And he did a podcast. Actually went into a lot of details about his philosophy and different things. But one of the things he said was the NBA game in the regular season is its own thing. There's no practice. You try to, you can only talk so much about things. But in the playoffs, it becomes much more like the European game where everybody is locked into assignments. And if people, just to take you behind the curtain, they don't practice, but they have shoot around usually the day of the game. And in shoot around, which is roughly 45 minutes, they'll put in their out of bounds plays for that day, their ATOs and how you're going to open quarters, and then your defensive coverages. Think about that. 45 minutes to go over all of those things and get some shots up.
While everybody's in sweats and sweatshirts.
It really is just we're going to play up on screens and we need to rotate. There's nothing to it. So when you get a practice, you get to actually say, here's what they do. Here's what we're going to try to do.
Yeah, there's different measures throughout the season that are not real that you could go off of. Like if Jokic gets a haircut, little dumb things like that. But there's probably something. We have one with the jerseys, what they look like in certain, jerseys.
That's
and
right.
Things there's probably something to the practice because now they actually have a key assignment. They probably talk about the next couple of matchups that they have, but the first one is the one that's right there. So they probably do go through that and tendencies that you see in a specific team. On top of that, the other team is not going through a practice. They're on the road or they're just trying to have to figure that out. So you get that one up on that specific team. So that is, something new. And it's also, it's fresh. It's different for them. These are players that are so about habit. So not having to be in that habit for, this time, that probably is something that they do enjoy since it's not something that they see all the time.
It's just a good performance from the Nuggets tonight, and to do it with Jamal Murray only playing 8 minutes and then going out to injury or to illness, obviously you don't want to see that, but for them to do that even more shorthanded, and I thought it took a little time. Honestly, they got stuck in the mud in that second quarter and parts of the third, but I do feel like they kind of found their rhythm. It was going to be a defensive identity and then get out on the break, and they just did a good job of it. So an impressive, honestly, this was the back-to-back in the end of a road trip for the Celtics, and it looked like it. They missed a lot of their threes. I still just think it was an A-plus win for the Denver Nuggets, not just because of the circumstance, but even overall. Boston's a tough team. They execute. They do what they want to do, and Denver really slowed them down tonight.
For sure. And you just think about where the Nuggets' mental was heading into this game. It was a little concerning. And, there were even times in the first half where Bruce was at one point upset he didn't get the ball in the corner on one possession.
Right.
He was obviously upset. He was shaking his hands, wanting the ball. There was another sequence where Spence and Big Val were yapping at one another. So in the back of my head, I was like, what's going on with this team right now? It's there's something bubbling. But, hey, man, a win can cure a lot, and especially a win where, you blow the other team out and hold them to 84 points. So I think it was just an important game for Denver to take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. Let's compose ourselves. We're okay.
Yeah. I like this comment in the chat real quick from, looks like Colin or something. He says, so why don't teams practice anymore, and how long has this been the case? It's been this way for quite a while. It seems to be they practice less and less over time.
Every year
seems
like they practice less and less. I'd say, honestly, since like at least the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, even before the pandemic, I think it was still kind of like
Yeah.
this. But what's funny, just a quick anecdote before break, when we had Chuck Williams here, former Denver Nuggets ABA legend, he was. There's a part in Soul Power, that documentary on the ABA, where Rick Barry talks about like if we had the trainers that the modern players have, we could do a lot of the stuff. Like you don't know what it was like. In the ABA, they played back-to-back-to-backs. And Chuck Williams had a great line about that. He's like, look, man, we only warmed up for 20 minutes. He's like, in today's NBA, the guys get there 2 hours early, go through a full workout before the game. He's like, there's no way we were in shape enough to do that.
They didn't know what shoot-around was.
Shoot-around or anything, man. They
Didn't
showed
exist.
up just like high school. You show up, throw your uniform on, and do layup
Put your
lines.
backpack down on the bench, take out your
time to go.
jersey, and go ball out.
The game has evolved quite a bit, for better and for worse. It was pretty funny. All right, let's take a break. On the other side, let's talk about the games of Nikola Jokic, Cam Johnson, Christian Braun, Julian Strawther, and everyone else on the other side.
You guys got to check out Xfinity and their 5-year price guarantee. You can lock in your price on internet, the best Wi-Fi around for 5 years with Xfinity. You can get reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi and get it at the same price for the next 5 years. That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And it lets you stream the game even when the entire family is online. And you can do that for 5 years, the next 5 years, at the same price. And the best part is with Xfinity, no annual contracts, no hidden fees, and you get Xfinity's best equipment included as well. Make sure to lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. You can only do that with Xfinity. If you want to learn more, check out Xfinity.com. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Right now, lock in your price for the next 5 years. With Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Also got to talk about Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers. Look, guys, we know in basketball, tough matchups are won by teams that work together. So when life throws you its toughest challenges, like a cancer diagnosis, for example, you want the absolute best by your side. That's where Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers comes in. For more than 30 years, Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers has rallied behind Coloradans treating more adult cancers than anyone else in the state. I'll say that again. They've treated more adult cancers than anyone else in the state, and they've been doing it for more than 30 years. Because fighting for each other is what great teams and loyal fans like you do. No matter the opponent, Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers, they're the official sponsor of Denver sports fans. They've been doing it for more than 30 years. Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers has rallied behind Coloradans, and they've treated more adult cancers than anyone else in the entire state. Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers, again, the official sponsor of Denver sports fans.
All right, back here, segment 2. Everybody throw us a like, man. Get the vibes up here. Let's get a little roll going for our Denver Nuggets. Make this the turning point of the season.
Yes, please.
Please. Let's go through some players tonight, and let's start with Nikola Jokic. 30 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, just 1 turnover, but 11 of 28 shooting and 4 of 13 from 3. You know, some of this was Murray goes out, and Denver in the entire first quarter did not have any pressure on the paint. They could just not get into the paint. And then this is what Boston does. They force teams into threes. They force them to play a style that they don't want. So part of me is very frustrated that Jokic was settling for a lot of threes, but part of me thinks that was the game plan going in. He knew he was going to have to take a lot tonight.
I mean, it felt like that was the game plan. He makes up his mind very early on how he thinks a team is going to play him. And then he goes from there and decides, like, this is the night I'm taking shots. This is the night I'm going to flop. This is the night I just dominate inside.
Yeah.
But you could see early on what it's going to be. And Jamal Murray going out of this game so early in the game, it really, there was a switch for Jokic that was like, okay, I'll shoot it every single time or I'm going to score. And really, I just feel like that's when Denver, not to say at their best, but that's when Denver just, you know where the offense is going. No one is guessing about what's happening out there. He took 28 field goal attempts in this game. 28. 13 of those was from deep, but he made up his mind that I'm just going to dominate this matchup. And when you look on the other side, there was nobody that could slow him down. He understood that. And, I mean, he left some of them out there. But he was so aggressive that there's not much that anyone could do. 30 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, like you said, that's a full stat line, and he pretty much sat for the fourth quarter because it was out of hand. He was good.
He took more shots tonight than the next 3 closest players.
Right. Cam Johnson took the second most shots for the Nuggets in this game at 11.
Yep, and then Strawther and Tim Hardaway each had 9.
Yeah.
That equals 29.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little frustrated by him taking all those threes just because it seemed like he was kind of playing into the Celtics game plan and like he was kind of just letting them off the hook a little bit. You know, I think Boston was really okay with Jokic stepping up and taking all those threes, and he was missing them, so they kept being okay with it. But he did hit a couple, and then in the third quarter, he really went to work in the paint. You know, what do you have? 15 points in the third quarter, just a beast inside, kind of just took over that whole 12 minutes. And like that's really when the game was won, when the Nuggets outscored them 30-19 in that third quarter. So I really liked his approach then. And I do appreciate him taking like over the offense. You know, no Jamal Murray. Nobody else really had it going. It was really going to be Jokic or nobody.
Yeah.
And so he did recognize that. And yeah, 28 shots, way more than anybody else took in this game.
Yeah. The 3-ball and the missed bunny, like the 3-ball, whatever. Jokic's 3 comes and goes. It's not like this is why whenever we talk about him being the best shooter or 3-point shooter on the team, it does feel like he has nights where he has these kind of nights somewhat often, 4 of 13. But those ones don't bother me. The ones that bother me are the little jump hooks, the little floaters. He's just you could tell that he's still getting his rhythm back because I'm not used to Jokic missing those ones. Those are the ones tonight that I'm still like, you know what? There's a whole other level to Jokic we're still not getting.
Especially like the turnarounds, like where he like dips his shoulder and then puts up a hook or something. The touch has always been there where that goes in
Automatic.
every single time. Doesn't feel so automatic. When he does his face-up game where he, you know, does a jab and then he shoots the mid-range shot. That typically goes in every single time. That wasn't automatic in this game. So while he's still scoring so easy, the touch is off just a little bit, but he's getting back to it.
Coming back.
Getting back to that rhythm, and he's shooting his way through it. It's not like he's shying away from it. He's not just upset on these shots. He's like, no, I'm going to find my 3-ball. I'm going to find my my rhythm right now, and he continues to put up these big stats in finding himself.
You know what he did have tonight, though?
What do you have?
That corner turnaround 3. one of these. I always love when Jokic gets one of those. This is like an all-time Jokic.
Such an insane shot.
And it was pure. I think he was like 0 for 3 from 3 at that point, and then he gets the worst 3 he can possibly take, running to the corner, over his head, falling out of bounds. Just pure. Nothing but net.
Funniest thing is when he runs to the corner when end of shot clock, there's nothing left to do. Just takes a beeline for the corner and to throw that up.
You can't block it, though, because his
It's
shot is up
unblockable.
here, and when he's twisting and running and jumping.
That's the beauty about the Sombor Shuffle. It is unblockable.
I know.
It is the slowest signature move in the history of the league, but it's an unblockable shot.
It's so true, though, man, because most people shoot from here.
Yeah.
His shot is from here, and so the Sombor lends itself to that, man.
And he's fading away on it, too.
It's just, and it was off the left foot, not the right foot this time. This was like a really tough shot.
Yeah.
We should, whenever Jokic does this, we need to all go to a gym and just take those until we make them. Like, if we were to all go to the gym,
the
5 of us,
the Sombor
DNVR Nuggets,
challenge,
and we all got just in a line, and we each get one try, then you go to the end of the line. How many attempts do you think it would take us before we hit one if we try to do that exact shot?
That exact shot?
Yeah.
From an NBA 3?
With off your left foot,
Nobody's hitting that.
180.
Nobody's hitting that.
We would hit it eventually.
I mean, maybe
It'll take us a long
in
time.
a day.
How long, Dev? How many attempts?
We're all going to get at least 100.
No way! Come on!
I'll just say, I'm not hitting
No
that from
way!
NBA range.
You're crazy.
I'm not hitting that from NBA
No,
range.
I bet you we would get it in about 20 attempts.
20 attempts?
20 attempts is a lot of attempts.
We're not getting that in 20 attempts.
So
That's
you-
insane.
20 attempts between the 3 of us.
Yeah.
That shot, I mean, it's a really good
3,
shot.
6,
Nobody's
9,
guarding
12,
me, and I get to
that
keep
means
trying
you're
it.
only getting 6 or 7 attempts.
Yeah, but you also said the 5 of us. Not to throw people out there, but like there's more shots that are. But
Yeah,
we're not really,
let's just actually do the 3 of us. Just the 3 of us.
The
Okay.
3 of us?
We're still going to take a long time.
You think 30? 30 shots, Dev. If we did half quarters, it wouldn't take us 30 shots.
Well, the half quarter's way easier than that.
Yeah, it is.
This is making me want to go to the gym. I'm going to have to go do this
A
now.
lot of people aren't hitting Sombors.
That wasn't a soundboard. It was a one
I'm
leg
just saying,
left lefty.
a lot of people
That might
aren't
be
doing those
tougher
shots.
than a
That's-
soundboard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was a tough shot, man.
20 shots. Come on.
I thought Cam Johnson was the next notable guy for me, man. And the stat line's not great. 4 of 11, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. It's not even like it was that much. He was a plus 17. And he just made a lot of plays tonight, I thought, defensively, rebounding, hustle plays, energy. The only thing I'll say about it, though, Dev, on the negative is he still seems awkward on some of these plays where he like turns his 2-man game's still not there with Jokic fully outside of just kickouts and stuff, but he was making his kickouts tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about Cam John right now is that the positive plays are loud positive plays. And I feel like he was standing out in just an awkward way, like that you just didn't know, what Cam John you were getting or what he was doing to stand out. He had 5 rebounds, he had 3 assists, and he has memorable plays. I remember the finish on the Tim Hardaway did the drop off and he goes and finishes at the rim while going full speed. Like those are plays that you think about with Cam John. I'm like, okay, I see it. It looks good. And he's doing this while being inefficient. But he's knocking down the 3 ball. He's finishing inside. He's it seems like he's on the floor a ton right now. So I love that he's played himself back into shape and he's still trying to find his way, but it's while he's out there playing.
Yeah, it was his defense that really stuck out. He's played some good defense in a few of these games since the All-Star break. He's just been solid, just taking care of his matchup. Only fouled once in this game, which was big. It was a plus 17. Just 11 points, though, 3 threes. I feel like he's got to get more involved in the offense. And, to even go beyond that, he is somewhat involved, but he just got to create more opportunities.
This was a perfect chance for him to do that, too.
Yeah.
When Murray went out and the offense was this was an ugly game to watch. Honestly, if this is probably not one you're going to put on ESPN Classic. Is that channel even around? I don't know if it is. It's not going to be on YouTube, 20 years from now. But I just felt like they needed something to be created. They kind of were going to the Julian and Jokic a lot up top. And I just thought this was a chance for Cam to get going. And he had that weird play that stands out to me, which is where he ran pick and roll, gets Derek White off of him, dribbles to the foul line, slows down so much that Derek White can come from behind and block him. And it was the type of play where it's like he isn't feeling the rhythm of it. That rhythm was step into it, go right up. And that's just what I'm waiting for. And, at this point, I don't know if maybe I should stop waiting. This bus might not stop by here anymore.
I think we all had really high expectations for Cam Johnson on offense. I feel like he's not going to meet them. But
he's not going to get close to it.
Yeah, especially what my expectations were. But, he's at a level now where he can be what the Nuggets need from him in that spot, for sure.
And it's the hustle plays and the defense that stood out tonight.
That stuff is huge.
That won him the game. Let's go to Julian Strawther next. 12 points from him, 5 of 9 from the field. 3 turnovers, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 steal. I actually thought this was a bounce back game from him because I thought he had a rough one for the first time in a while last game. And even though this game wasn't awesome, he did hit some shots that were meaningful and just didn't stick out in any bad ways to me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it seemed like he really struggled defensively for some of this game. And that's why he didn't play as much, played 26 minutes, and then, got some of his offense late. He was okay. I feel like he didn't have his, the same really good Strawther impact that we've seen.
Yeah, with Strawther, you see him play against a lot of teams, but like these are the contenders. This is a team that we talk about this being a finals look. He has to show what he is in these type of games. Like the other teams, it's good to put him out there, but he played 26 minutes. I feel like they attacked him at times, but also he got himself going. He also attacked back. He stayed shot ready. He played within the flow of the offense while they were missing their point guard. So like that's a positive thing that you see from Strawther and the young guys is what do they look like when they have to be in the pressure cooker? He looked good in this one.
Yeah. Why don't we take a break? On the other side, those are kind of the guys that stood out the loudest. I guess we can get to Tim Hardaway Jr. and Spencer Jones, but we had a couple more guys, and I even want to talk a little bit about garbage time because there's a player that I keep getting intrigued by. In garbage time. Stay tuned.
Shout out to our friends over at Red Hawk Roofing. They are Denver's best roofers, and these are our guys. If you have any roofing needs, home, business, if you just have questions about your roof, if you think you might need work done on your roof and you're just not quite sure, call up Red Hawk Roofing, 720-771-8921, redhawkroofing.com. No project is too small for these guys. From minor roof repairs to full roof replacements on home or business, these are your guys. They'll walk you through the entire process, make sure you know what's going on at every turn, and they'll give you a free no-obligation roof and property inspection. They'll give you a free in-depth photo report for all inspections that they do as well. Can't always see how bad the damage to your roof is from the ground, so call Red Hawk Roofing. Let them get up there and tell you what's going on. Supporting your local teams means supporting local businesses like Red Hawk Roofing. If you're looking for a new roof over your home or business, be sure to check out Red Hawk Roofing at redhawkroofing.com, 720-771-8921. Tell them we sent you. Also, shout out to Bet365. Right now, if you're a new user, you can use the code DNVR365. You can hit that QR code right there on the screen. Bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets. Bet365, an official partner of the Denver Nuggets. And of course, they're our go-to for betting. Right now at Bet365, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets. All you got to do is bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code DNVR365. You have to use that code. Deposit $10, place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. If your bet wins or loses, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. As always, so many good props on Bet365 for Nuggets, for Avs, whatever sport you're trying to bet. Use the code DNVR365. Is very intrigued.
Back here, segment 3. Everybody, let's get these likes up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We got lots of great content and increasingly more Nuggets content as we get to the home stretch here. Let's talk quickly about Tim Hardaway Jr., 14 points, 5 of 9. I feel like his three ball. Maybe am I wrong on this? I feel like he hasn't been hitting him. There's more shots going up right now where I go, that's a crazy take than before.
Well, he had some crazy ones in this game.
Harrison, you talked about it all season long about how he doesn't take there's no bad shots or something like that.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Still never taken a bad shot.
You're such a liar because I've been seeing them as of late. The good thing, though, is like he's finding other ways to impact the game. Like he's able to get to a mid-range shot. He's getting in transition. He had a power-up dunk in this one, and we see that. We see that every now and then where he gets the home crowd going and live and they're excited. So like that's there, but you know how you know that his 3-point shot is not falling or he's not shooting well. He's missing free throws, like that.
Bro, the whole team tonight
they're missing free throws. So I liked what I seen from him as far as like getting rebounds, setting the table, doing other things than just the 3-point shot. But also I want to see that 3-point shot return.
He was 4 of 7 2 games ago and 4 of 5 6 games ago. So it's not like it's been that long.
Yeah,
but he's had a couple ugly ones in between.
He was able to still get to double digits, 14 points without hitting many threes.
They needed it
so
too.
That was important for sure.
What did the Nuggets shoot from the foul line tonight? Did you guys see this? 10 of 18.
It was a terrible shooting performance overall from everywhere.
Jokic just 4 of 7. He missed 2 in a row to start the game. Tim Hardaway just 3 of 5.
Yep.
Zeke Nnaji 0 of 2. So tough one all around. Spencer Jones, 6 points, 7 rebounds. 3 fouls. He was a plus 22 in his 26 minutes tonight.
So he played more in this game.
Yeah.
I said that on the last postgame show. I'm like, why is Spencer Jones only playing 15 minutes right now? If you're gonna have a prayer at playing defense, you have to have Spencer Jones playing 20-something minutes a game. Plays 26 in this one. Committed 3 fouls. That was good. And he was another guy who I thought really brought some physicality.
Yeah,
he brought that physicality, brought the defensive effort, and he was a plus 22 in the game, which was a high for them. When he plays minutes, it's meaningful the entire time that he's out there. He got the Jaylen Brown matchup in the second half, slowed him down a bit when it was tough to put him out there. He also he got the bump in minutes, 25 minutes in this game, and this wasn't because someone was out of the game or down. he just earned minutes. He played well while he was out there, and that's on both ends of the floor. But he crashed the boards, and that's what you need right now.
7
boards
rebounds. Yeah.
Just hustle plays, man. Just made some extra effort plays. I am curious to see what his minutes are going to be going forward. 26 is a lot. I'm curious to see what everybody's minutes are, to be honest with you, going forward. Like, as guys slowly start to come back.
Well, he is playing the 4, with that bench unit.
Yeah.
You wonder, I mean, I guess that's not going to change a lot when AG gets back. He could still play a similar role.
Yeah, but speaking of role, Spencer Jones was very vocal in this game.
Ooh, I like that you brought this up.
It was.
Does he hate Big Val?
I'm telling you, man.
He's talking on like the defensive end. He's like wanting people to work harder, and I mean, you don't do that when you're on a 2-way. It's kind of like being an intern. He's not an intern right now. He's like on
That's
the
so
team.
true.
You got to add something to the meetings.
I did not see Spencer Jones say a word on the
Spencer,
court.
I see you have your hand raised in the Zoom call. Yeah, go ahead. What is it?
All good on my end.
Well,
that was him.
We could put a pin in this, but we'll get to this offline if you don't mind.
Spencer Jones was an all good on my end guy until the All-Star break. He didn't say a word on the court.
Yeah, now he has a voice.
Actually,
now he's talking.
Actually, I'd like to question what we're doing here. I have
he's
some
like,
thoughts.
Big Val, when I invested in that startup.
It's hilarious, man. Spencer Jones is, but you know what? The team kind of needs it.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if it truly coming from a guy who wasn't even on the full-time roster until a week ago, and that's what that's the vocal leader this team needed. But you know what? Maybe that's where we're at. I thought Big Val gave him good minutes tonight. 11 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. I feel like he'd had a string of bad games, but he had a couple. It wasn't like he was crazy good tonight, but he had a couple good plays inside.
I mean, I feel like in those 12 minutes, he took over. Like, he grabbed every board that came to him, made sure nobody else even had a chance. So, like, he's grabbing the boards and getting started. He had that slingshot three-pointer that, like,
he
went
loves
in.
that,
I was
man.
like, oh, snap. And we talk about, like, Yoke getting his touchback. Big Val got his touchback. He got that shot. I hate it. I really do hate the turnaround shot that he does.
He falls so far back.
For him to be so big, but it's falling, and there's no way you could block it. Like, he makes it so, like, difficult for people to get to it. But 11.6 6 rebounds plus 7, I'll take that every day of the week.
His move wind is he'll like face up or then to back down, barrel to the basket, and then fade away to where he started. So it's like he goes 7 feet forward, 7 feet back.
Yeah. He does love that little quick fadeaway out of the post.
But he's got a good touch on it. It just
Great touch.
It just feels like you're about to bury him and dunk on him, and then it turns into a fall
It's
away.
all set up the whole time.
The
He
entire
tried to get a
time.
dunk through.
I don't know. I wanted to see the replay of
He
that.
said he got
man.
fouled on it.
I think he was.
Probably.
I was so bummed he
He
didn't
only
get
had
that
2
dunk.
misses in the game, and one of them was like trying to rip through a guy
Yeah,
with a dunk.
trying to dunk. He's like, you know what? I'm going to the fadeaway after this. Christian Braun, kind of a quiet night. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. The rebounding is obviously great. He's one guy that I was a little disappointed with tonight, in part because I just feel like Denver, we're still waiting for him to, like, we're talking about Bruce's defense and Spencer's defense tonight. Made a big impact. Cam Johnson's defense. I didn't feel like that was the case for CB tonight.
Not at all. And it wasn't the case to such an extent that he really wasn't even in mind for like a clutch lineup if like the Nuggets needed one.
It's kind of true. Well, I wonder. I would have been curious, but you're kind of right.
I don't think he would have closed the game.
I think you're right.
I think they would have gone Bruce, Tim Hardaway, on the wings.
I would have been pretty mad if they did go with Christian.
I mean,
probably.
the big run in the game
He was
came
out
when,
there for
when he
it.
was not
Yeah.
out there on the floor.
And it wasn't really surprising.
The 2 shots that he made was the 2 3-pointers, which I do like that he was decisive on those shots because they were baiting him into those plays. Like, no, we're gonna go off of him and go to Jokic. He was like, no, I'm gonna continue to shoot this, and that was after missing a couple of 3-pointers. So, like, I mean, you'll take this game from him with the 7 rebounds, knock down the 2 3-pointers, but you want more, expect more on both ends of the floor, even defensively. I just felt like he fouled a lot. He got baited by Jaylen Brown into shots, and then he just started fouling because he was frustrated. So, I mean, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, I do think the point, though, that Dev raises, which is that he took threes, but it's only 2 of 5. In fact, it was the only shots he got tonight. But I do feel, Harrison, that this was a bit of a preview for how teams are going to guard him. Like, teams like Boston are very good at
for
forcing you into what you don't want. And he was open. Jokic was open for 3 a lot. CB was open a lot tonight.
For sure. And he's going to be open. And he's got to take those shots, and he's got to make 40% of them.
Man, it's like game 1 of the playoffs. No matter who Denver
Which
plays.
is what he did tonight.
I'm just telling you right now, it might be the most suspense we're going to feel is CB's going to get like 3 3-pointers
Right.
in the first quarter.
Right.
And if he hits them, it's going to be like almost a series changer, you know?
Right.
And if he misses them, it's going to be like, oh my God, what's
Like,
going
does
on?
the series hinge on if he makes that first 3-pointer in
I
the
know.
first quarter?
It's going to feel that way. Obviously, Jamal Murray is sick. There's nothing really to break down about his game. If we go, actually, I got to give a quick shout out. It was only 7 minutes. Very impressed with Zeke Nnaji tonight. The stat line, Kel's going to make him look bad here. 3 rebounds. 3 rebounds, 0 of 1. Nothing else. +1. He did have a block shot, but you know what? This is actually what Zeke needs to be. I don't know how many more games this year.
Well, he
knock
was
on wood.
0 of 3, 0 of 1 from 3, and 0 of 2 from the line.
That's look. He missed his shots, but he made he made a positive impact. And if you're going to check into the game,
He did.
There are guys that have to play 7 minutes, like sometimes. And if he goes in, I want the Nuggets to have a situational big they can throw out for games like tonight when they don't want Jokic up in the pick and roll, so they want to put him on somebody else. I want to be able to feel like you can go to Zeke Nnaji and he's going to guard, and he might just make 1 or 2 hustle plays. I thought he had 3 or 4 hustle plays in his 7 minutes tonight.
He had 3 rebounds in 7 minutes. Got on the glass and made some hustle plays for sure. And like that's what he's got to do. I'm glad Adelman dipped his toe back into the Zeke waters because he had to dust him off. You know, Zeke hasn't played in a while.
It's been a minute.
And I mean, this is a guy who played rotation minutes earlier this season.
He made a decision to go with them quick, and he was ready for the moment despite not scoring. You don't have to score to be impactful in a game. Like, look at Bruce Brown, who was probably, the most impactful player besides Jokic in this game. He didn't wow you offensively. He didn't have a good game offensively, but you have to bring energy. You have to be versatile defensively, and you have to star in your role. Zeke Nnaji started in his role. He only played 7 minutes. It was 7 minutes that they did not lose the lead.
Who would you guys guess had the worst plus minus tonight on the between both teams? I don't think you'd ever guess it. Who felt like they were killing us tonight?
I was gonna say maybe Vucevic had the worst.
No.
It's that Walsh.
No, it was Derek White.
Vucevic sucked.
Derek White, who felt like he was killing Denver, especially in that first half.
Well, he was on the
minus
court probably
20.
for that huge third
Well, he
quarter
was.
run.
He played bad in that.
Yeah, Bruce shut him down.
From Bruce was in his head. Let's get some quick hitters now on some other guys. I like KJ Simpson, man. I'm a fan of his. 14 minutes tonight gives you 2 points. He was 1 of 5. He also gave you 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. I actually like this guy. I just think he provides something that the team needs. Obviously, I don't know if he was going to play tonight, but Murray going out, you need a guard in there. I kind of just count on him to be. There's guys that I think will be consistent players. I think he'll be consistent. He's going to give you effort defensively. And then offensively, I think it'll come that he can be a guy that you can count on just to make basic plays. But I like the energy he plays with. He's kind of a Bruce type almost.
Yeah, he only had 14 minutes, but 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Like, he's doing things while he's out there the entire time. He was a plus 13. Like,
In 14 minutes? That's crazy.
Even the end of the bench guys is getting going, and he has something where it's like the mascot or something out there. Like, when he does something good, everybody is happy about it.
Yeah.
When he had that dunk in transition, the bench is going crazy. Everybody's celebrating.
Yeah.
And he had that last game too when it was maybe his first game where he did the big man like bucket, and then he's just like flexing and things like that. Like, people seem to like him. So it's like one of those like spark plug type of players that keeps you young, fresh, and contagious.
Yeah. He is a mini Bruce because he's the only other guy that's really fast with the ball in his hands.
Yeah. And he did a good job against pressure. That's a team that'll pressure you.
Yes.
He had to bring it up a few times, and it just didn't feel like he was about to lose it.
Yep. I'm a fan as well. And just because he brings a different dynamic that they don't really have as that speedy point guard. And, he knows his role. His role isn't to take a lot of shots. It's to defend. It's to give the Nuggets energy. It's to make a bunch of 50-50 winning plays. And that's what he's done, in his 2 games that he's gotten in. So I'm a fan.
The guy I said at the end of the bench that I kind of like when he gets in, and he really is the victory cigar right now, Deron Holmes can shoot, man. He's making the most of garbage time. There's an art to garbage time. I really believe this. There are some guys that you never get to play. You go in, you know the game's over, and you're just running out the clock, and you just bring that kind of energy. Then there's other guys that are like, I get 3 minutes here. Let me go try to do my thing in 3 minutes. This is now 2 games in a row he's gotten garbage time and gone out there and made shots. 2 of 2 tonight. 2 of 2, including 1 of 1 from 3. And of all the guys that get an open shot, most of his shots are wide open. I always think his are going in. Yeah. I think when he takes a 3, I'm like, that's good for sure.
Well, shooting's his best skill.
By far.
You know, if you're looking at like what are his potential elite skills, Deron Holmes as a future player, shooting for sure, and just like maybe he can be a really good passer as well. I would look at those 2 things, but his shot looks good. You know, it's very mechanical, but same motion every time. He's got confidence in it too.
On the watch along, Dev, I compared it to Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi's an elite shooter.
Yeah.
But it's not an effortless looking shot. Let's just like, you know, it's like very like but it goes in every time. It's the same with Deron. His shot looks like very rigid, but it's always the exact same.
Yeah, you could tell that he's just like putting a lot of reps in. And I mean, you know that he's a hard worker because you just talked about it. Everyone else kind of lollygags at the end of the games where it's just like, oh, this is my time to just be in here. Just go through the motions. No, he seems like he goes in there and he still is like, let's take this seriously. He's not just going through the motions ever. That there's something to that. There's something to being like a professional out there. That's still very, very key. Like he's at the end of the game, he like ran back to the other end of the bench. What are we doing that for? Because he's like, no, this is what you have to do. So like whoever his vet is on the team, they're doing the right thing with him.
Yeah.
He's kind of fun right now when he gets into the game. It's funny that there's no Hunter Tyson because I feel like now every player, Hunter was the last guy for me that I kind of had no intrigue on. Every guy that plays for the Nuggets now, there's something where I'm like, all right, let me catch this garbage time. You know what? KJ Simpson gets into the game, I'm intrigued. Deron Holmes gets in, I'm intrigued. Right before that now is Julian Strawther.
How intrigued are you when Zeke gets into the game? I need 100%
no,
honesty.
I'm being honest here. You guys all hate Zeke more than I do. Because I'm not kidding.
I don't hate. I'm just not intrigued when he gets into the game.
I'm intrigued. Zeke has a skill set the Nuggets can use. It's just a very there's very few moments when everybody's healthy that you can use it. But he can guard, and playing with Jokic is the way to do it. You need a guy out there to play with Jokic and guard.
Harrison,
I'm calling bullshit.
I am intrigued by Zeke. I'm not like a believer. I'm intrigued. 7 minutes is fine.
Harrison asked me if I was on the payroll.
Why?
For Zeke's people.
Because you said one nice thing about him.
Somebody's got to be. He's getting paid a lot. He's got to have a payroll.
Zeke is capable of playing well sometimes. He did it tonight, man. I'm excited for
I don't hate Zeke. I think Zeke is an NBA player, obviously. I also agree that he can give the Nuggets something in his minutes. I'm just not intrigued.
You know, when he was on the court, the Nuggets were grabbing every board, and I think there is something to Denver having like aggregate size. That's part of what
his size is important for sure.
That's part of what AG provides next to Jokic, and in the absence of that, it's not the craziest thing to have him next to Jokic and be like, all right, we're gonna have to just own the boards, and he did a very good job of that tonight. He doesn't always. There are times he goes in there and doesn't grab any boards, and is like kind of. I thought he did a good job on that tonight. Oh, we have Vogt live from Ball Arena. Brendan Vogt with a report from inside the locker room. Here we are at the Xfinity call-in line, live from Ball Arena.
Gentlemen, how we doing, fellas? How we doing?
Dude, so much better than the last game. We're doing great.
Are you kidding? Unbelievable. The NBA season is hilarious, man. Absolutely.
I know.
Someone should archive our live reactions like a game at a time and just kind of see how. Oh, wait. Never mind. You can check this.
Vogt, I know that it's Boston, and there's always, all those criminals, both violent and petty criminals in the building tonight.
That's right.
It smells a little bit worse than usual. How did you fare with all of those ugly people?
Yeah, well said. Well said. First of all, Adam, it was tough to see, tough to kind of feel and endure until I looked up in the fourth quarter and I saw a lot of green streaming for the exits, fellas. There were indeed a lot of Celtics fans there tonight. They all took L's on the way out.
Oh, you love to see it, man. You love to see it. All right, take us in the locker room.
Sure. So I'll say it's mostly in the locker room because while we were all in the locker room, Tim Hardaway Jr., a veteran at keeping his pressers short, managed to sneak into the press room that none of us were in, so that he could then say no one was there and he left. So
that's a great
do not
move,
have
man.
Real vet.
Really just a highly veteran move. I was more impressed than I was wasn't even upset. So we did not get Tim. Did get a lot of good stuff though. Starting with David Adelman, who the first quote here, guys, is on KJ Simpson, the CU product, who had a moment here in Ball Arena, kind of a Bruce Brown-esque moment, the breakaway dunk, the big reception from the crowd. I'll tell you guys, after the game, KJ was feeling the love, taking selfies with fans, high-fiving everyone he could. David Adelman says, it's like another one of these stories this season. It's been a unique season that way. Guys have just had these moments. He said, look, we've had that kind of buy-in from everybody this season. Everybody. And then he gave Zeke Nnaji a quick shout-out for his play tonight. But, yeah, he viewed it as part of the bigger picture of what's going on this year, which is, this team's been about 3, 4, sometimes 5 guys for years. Everyone on this roster right now is getting a moment, guys, all the way down to KJ Simpson.
That's pretty cool, man. I actually like that. We were talking during the game that it does feel like he's doing a good job of being the new guy at the end of the bench. He has that energy of like, hey, I'm just here to help everybody. I'm here to help. What do you guys need?
Like, I got to sit next to Jokic. Okay.
Yeah, knows what he is. It's a good trait.
It was, and KJ Simpson said it feels like home being back in Colorado. It was the first place he called home since he left California, and he said he did indeed feel the love tonight.
Hell yeah, man. Good job, Colorado.
On the win, which I don't know if you guys noticed, bit of a munder tonight, 84 points for the second-ranked offense in the NBA. Adelman said, look, we've gotten to our win total with our offense. There is no question about it, but I just told the guys in there, if we're going to do anything uniquely special this year, it has to be with our defense. A lot of what we heard tonight kind of bleeds into, or is an extension, I should say, of what we heard at practice, you guys, yesterday. Adelman really wants to see these guys be more physical. He was distraught with the lack of physicality against the Golden State Warriors. And he said multiple times in his presser tonight, the film session was just entirely showing guys that they went wherever they wanted with nobody touching anyone. Tonight, they were really, really physical. They followed that directive. They followed the game plan. So, yeah, Adelman was really, really impressed with the defense. He thought they did a great job with the slicing, taking away the corners. He just thought there was a lot of real adhesion to the game plan, and guys were really, really disciplined. And also the only 5 turnovers that they had for 9 points. He says that allows you to get back, sit, and guard, and not just constantly be guarding in transition. He was asked a question about how he thinks this team is responding to him. And he said, I've never really thought about it. This group seems locked in, not just to me, but the coaching staff, the training staff. When they tell me I can't do this anymore, I won't do it anymore. But while I'm here, I'm just going to be brutally honest with them. I'm going to try to maintain the vibe in the locker room, and the guys have responded very well.
All right.
He was asked about the daunting stretch of schedule that they're in and the games coming up. And Adelman, ever pragmatic, said, well, tonight is tonight. And then tomorrow we'll move on to OKC. Hard to argue with, factually correct. But yes, Adelman trying not to get ahead of himself here. Take it one game at a time. But he did admit, he goes, look, even if you don't beat OKC, if you beat Utah, the math on that win is exactly the same. Exactly the same. He goes, look, this is a race to wins. So I thought that was kind of an interesting
it is,
answer.
but let's count the Utah one as a given, and let's get one of these other ones too.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Yeah, mathematically the same, not really the same outside of that definition.
Yeah, you should have raised your hand and said, "What does the math say if you win both?"
Yeah. Finally, on Jamal, he said, "Yeah, when I got here and I said hey to him, he looked awful. So he tried to give it a go. Nothing was working. A lot of bodily things were happening, and then he went home."
All right.
We spoke with Jokic in the locker room, who was asked about Adelman's response, saying that he wants to be brutally honest with these guys. Jokic seemed to agree with this and said that's the way that it should be. He said that's just the way that it should be. It's not just that it's us in here and no one can come in here and tell us what to do. He's the coach. So he agrees that he's brutally honest. He obviously responds to that well. He was really excited about this win because it was a defensive win. He understood the importance of that. He shouted out Bruce Brown, Spencer Jones, and KJ Simpson for their energy and their physicality as well. He was also asked if he knew that KJ Simpson was in attendance at the championship parade as a fan, watching Jokic and his team celebrating. Jokic was genuinely struck by this. He found it very cool. I've covered him for 8 years now. I can tell. He thought it was cool, but he couldn't think of anything to say. There's no response. But he did think it was cool.
Did Jokic know like that he went to college here?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he knows the whole story. Probably. Yeah. Jokic did think it was really cool that KJ was there, but he couldn't think of anything.
He probably thought he just randomly came for it.
Well, hold on. One note I did have during the watch along, KJ was pulling a Christian Braun on the bench and sitting right next to Jokic whenever he came out. So, you know what, Ty? It is funny to think he's probably a Jokic fan. If he was at the parade, you're not watching the Nuggets and going to the parade unless you're a fan of Jokic. Right. So I would, if I somehow got put on a two-way for the Nuggets, I would sit right next to Jokic too. Right. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yes. Sure. KJ did say some guys have done a good job putting their arm around him, taking him under their wing, and helping him kind of get acclimated. He said Cam's been great, Tim's been great. It shouted out Julian Strawther, even Deron Holmes, who's right next to him. He says they've all worked to help him kind of get acclimated. And Adelman said about KJ Simpson, he said, look, I put him in there in the first half, and I thought he looked comfortable. I thought that he looked ready. So stuck with him in the second half. And that really ended up being a cool hometown moment. Julian and Bruce did their presser in the locker room together. No reason at all. Still not really sure why it happened. They just kind of decided they were going to do it together.
So
it's because the vibes are back.
Oh, let's go.
I'm going to be honest with you, Harrison. That actually is how it felt. The vibes were good in the locker room tonight. It did feel that way.
Dude, we're
it felt like a real good moment. And those guys did the presser together. Bruce says, when I'm on the floor with Julian, I just try to get him the ball. Julian says Bruce is a game wrecker on defense. And when he gets those breakaway dunks and pumps the crowd up, gets everyone involved. Everyone wants to do it. So he says, Bruce is helpful that way. And then Bruce said, look, tonight we were just very, very physical. DA was talking all week about how we didn't touch anyone against Golden State. So that was the intention tonight, and we did a pretty good job with that. And Julian agreed. So they all seem to agree that physicality was something that was lacking in that Warriors game. It's been lacking at times throughout the year. In fact, guys, I just wrote at thednvr.com, they've been saying this to us since training camp, since we were in San Diego. We haven't really seen it materialize. They answered the call tonight, especially Bruce Brown, who I don't think you're going to see a guy shoot 1 for 8 from the floor and play a better game than Bruce Brown did tonight. The physicality was there. The defense was there. And look, Boston was clearly out of gas, but Denver has let teams in that position off the hook before. This was the hardest they've played on defense in over a month. And it was just great to be in Ball Arena for a fun, vibey moment for a change, fellas.
Oh, man, and you got to watch all those Celtics fans just shuffle out all sad.
You guys want to watch the town together or something? Just like group town watch?
We should, man. Whose call are we going to take?
There goes Saka.
Good stuff, Vogt, as always. Sayonara. It's so good to be back in the Winner's Lounge, man. This feels amazing.
For sure. Real quick before we get to Super Chats, we're having a Die Hard sale right now. You can be a diehard member for just $36 for the next year. Awesome sale price, like almost 50% off. If you guys want to support DNVR, if you want us to keep doing this every single day, being a diehard is the best way to support us. So $36 for the next year. You get a free t-shirt, all the written content, 15% off your tab at the DNVR Bar if you're here. It's an awesome membership. It's an awesome club to be a part of. So we'd really appreciate it. If you're not a diehard, sign up.
All righty, let's get to our Super Chats.
DNVR.com.
What do we got? Cal, the people Super Chat today? Not bad.
Some guy, where are all the Bruce is washed peeps at?
Stock is up. Let's go.
They're staying on that side.
Staying on that side.
Mr. Exquisite Nugget, vibes are back. BB for the win. KJ even played well.
He did.
Worst nightmare, Big Munder, baby. Good show, Adam. Okay.
Hey, thank you, man.
Let's beat OKC.
Just carrying these guys over here.
Tim Hardaway Truther. KJ Simpson is the real truther.
Oh, all right.
When are we going to get a KJ Simpson truther in the chat? Game Shine. I started my old superstitions involving the final scene of an 80s classic involving a wolf hooping. Victory fired up.
Do you guys know that one? It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one, man. It's actually not a good one at all. But I did watch it when I was a child.
Michael Porter Truther. Spence/BB/KJ equals Cerebrus?
Cerberus is the three-headed dog.
What is that?
The three-headed dog.
Of course, the Greek three-headed dog.
I like it.
Need dogs to win like in 2023.
Does he guard
KJ Simpson's kind of a dog.
Do they guard the river Styx? What is it? Am I screwing up here? The gate. Okay, there you go. You know what? I got you.
KJ
Dude, I'm with
Simpson,
you, Michael
the
Porter
dog.
Truther. You don't have to tell me.
Zingy McFly, payback for the AFC Championship.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we got him back so hard.
We're even now.
We are so even.
Tom Stewart, one way at celebrating 4 months of membership. Thank you very much, Tom.
Hell yeah. Become a
One
supporter
way
club
to
member.
not lose a clutch game is to not let the game be close. Gave Boston their 20th loss before their 40th win. Good defensive effort. How good?
Is that what happened? I
Wow,
didn't
they
even
are no
realize it.
longer a
Well,
championship contender.
Oops.
Neither are we.
Oh, go to overtime. Come watch us on overtime, everybody. On the internet. Oh, this next one's the best one.
Kyle M. Hey, Adam.
Dude, I haven't gotten one in like 6 weeks. Feels great, Kyle. Feels great.
Tom Stewart. Hey, win. Doesn't count,
Hold on,
unfortunately.
wait.
That wasn't you, buddy. This one was for me.
What?
Sorry.
One
Sorry.
person was left out.
That's true. Nobody has a hate Dev. What's
It
going
was
on?
a trio. What the?
I mean, I knew I wasn't getting the Kyle super chat, obviously.
They
tonight.
won.
Yeah.
They won.
Ryan B. Brown and Brown had Brown in hell.
So
also,
true.
Jamal 2.
Pooey.
Shitty.
We did have a brown, and white lineup tonight.
We did. Christoph, so we traded a guy who only made shots for a guy who does everything but making shots. Ceiling versus floor, flashy versus consistent, 6 versus 7. KJ Spark,
There you go.
5-5-5-5-5-ish. That's more like it. 435 bench 3-pointers down, only 120 till 555. Give Zeke more minutes. Battle of the CU alums going to KJ. Bring on OKC. Let's go. All the Nuggets are good.
All Nuggets are good.
Nugs been extremely sick and bedridden a few times in the last few months. Sorry to hear that. I love any time the Nugs play because it means I get like 5 hours with the fellas. Hey, that's why we do it, man. Appreciate it.
Feel better, man.
DJ, video game controller, gives a thumbs up and says, good game.
Is that a super sticker?
Oh, was it?
We haven't had super stickers in a while. I love
Must
it.
have been. Pigskin propaganda. A Sombor double-digit winning streak loading LFG.
Hey, let's go.
Cam John the Man John. Awesome game from Cam Strawther, and that KJ kid is good. Much needed Nuggets win because all the Nuggets are good.
All the Nuggets are good, baby.
Alex Ungerman, if allowing 100 points is a gentleman's munder, what's a 15-plus point munder?
A mega munder.
A munder taker, whatever you call it. Back on the menu tonight,
Back
friends.
on the menu.
Tyler Barr, we beat the Boston Cue Balls. Seriously, why is their team so bald?
They do have some baldies.
The ESPN announcers are busted, disgusted, and not to be trusted.
Well, it was Mark Jones on the call, and he definitely hates Jokic.
Hey, that's why you watch the watch along, man.
And that's why
You
you
don't have to listen to
tune
that.
into the watch along, man. We were very positive about Jokic.
Super chat from Amirla. Thank you for the super chat. Mock Gweski. Deadline for a buyout guy is Monday. Need Lonzo.
Not to sign, I don't believe. I think just to waive guys.
No, you got to sign him by Monday, I think, to be eligible for the playoffs if they're bought out.
How did they add Austin Rivers so late in the season that time?
I think they had him before March 1st.
Maybe. I don't
He also
think so.
might have just been a free agent.
Yeah, so it works a little differently.
That means that he was on the couch or something, right?
He's on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his might be different, but that
If
means
you get cut, I think.
They gotta do something with Middleton soon.
Middleton,
Get to
clock's
the bottom
ticking,
of it,
man.
but we'll get to the bottom of it. by
Clock's
tomorrow.
ticking. Oh,
What's that?
get to the bottom of it by tomorrow.
Well, I'm saying of the mechanisms for buying people.
Oh.
I'll have to do some research.
Big Honey 15, vote for president. Wish he was here to read this.
We all pass it along.
Swatson and Holmes. Another thing to like about Holmes is
Wait,
that
hold on. Even vote
doesn't
Wow,
count, of
that's
course,
tough.
but he got one.
That is tough.
Another thing to like about Holmes is that he runs super hard in transition. That's a good point. He does. If he can rebound, it'll be valuable that he beats the bigs down the court. David Myers, missing ingredient since All-Star break, lack of Spencer minutes. Would have been the best man to slow Mathurin versus Clippers, but played 16 minutes best plus minus tonight. Agreed. Amirla, people say CB got his contract because of Jokic, but I bet no one misses Westbrook more than CB. Interesting point. Maybe. Michael Porter Truther, I am paid by Zeke. Thank you, future deep
Oh,
boy.
wow.
Found one
wow,
guy on the
that's
payroll.
future? Wow.
Swatson and Holmes. Hey, Dev. I got you.
Oh,
Wait
man,
a second.
what
Look
a
how
real
come when you ask for things, look at this next
No,
one.
let's not do that.
Zealous Sodium. Hey, Dev.
Oh my God!
Neither
I
of them
got two
count,
of
of
them,
course.
bro. Did you get two of them?
I-
No.
no.
Did you? No.
I got
don't
the
worry
official
about
one,
it.
though. Flacco Watts.
Flacco Watts, I have cracked the code on this bipolar team,
Oh,
and
it
it's
is-
not the jerseys. Come find out next on the TLNS.
The Little Nugget Show.
at 11:55. Love you guys. Must be the win.
Must be the win. I'm
I'm
very curious to
know.
find out. I want to
wanna
know what it
know.
is. Is it the shoes?
It's not the jerseys.
Is it the
anymore?
day of the week? Could be anything, man. We don't know. Hit that outro music. Guys, we appreciate you hanging with us through all the losers lounges.
Yes.
You know, those
Hold on.
ones, those real ones.
There's a buzzer beater.
There's a buzzer beater?
Buzzer beater from Spartan King. Hey, Dev.
Hey, yeah, real one.
Dude,
Thank
this
you,
Winners
Spartan
Lounge
King.
sucks.
Doesn't count, but appreciate the shout out.
Oh, we got to get to the game ball. Who was it? Nico
Yeah, it was
Jokic.
Jokic.
I mean, come on. He had half their points.
Come on,
I
man.
think it had to be him.
I saw the chat was a little upset about the poll.
What's wrong with the poll?
Somebody said bad poll.
Kale always has a bad poll. Have you
Kale.
noticed?
Yeah.
Kale always, he never gets it right.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
We need a better poll.
We need a better poll. Can we put somebody else in charge of poll?
Yeah.
You want to do the poll, Dev?
Kale, you're off poll. You're off of it. Just kidding. Everybody, we'll see you next time.
We all silly like the mayor.